data-driven audits, and modern taxpayer service platforms. Adedeji noted that France will also benefit from Nigeria's rapidly expanding digital economy and young, tech-savvy population. The agreement also emphasizes workforce development. The FRS chairman said Nigeria hopes to learn from France's structured human capital systems while offering insights from its own youthful and dynamic workforce. Both countries will collaborate on international taxation, information exchange, transfer pricing, and efforts to curb base erosion and profit shifting. Nigeria currently faces one of the lowest tax-to-GDP ratios in Africa, and the federal government is relying on digital reform and global partnerships to improve revenue without introducing new taxes. The ongoing tax reforms aim to simplify compliance, widen the tax base, and align Nigeria's system with global standards. France is regarded as a global leader in digital taxation with advanced e-filing, real-time analytics, and automated compliance tools. Adedeji said the partnership will help position Nigeria for a more transparent, technology-driven revenue administration as it transitions to the new Nigerian Revenue Service next year. ECOWAS is turning to the private sector to strengthen West Africa's economy, and Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, has been appointed to lead the charge. The regional bloc says the new ECOWAS Business Council will help boost investment, improve financial stability, and deepen economic integration across member states. At the 95th Ordinary Session of the ECOWAS Council of Ministers in Abuja, Commission President Omar Touré unveiled a new plan to drive regional economic growth. At the heart of it is the ECOWAS Business Council, now chaired by Aliko Dangote. Touré said the council will bring private sector leaders to governments together to mobilize local capital and reduce the region's heavy reliance on foreign investment. Omar Touré said they identified Alhaji Aliko Dangote as the pioneer chair because of his vast business experience across sub-region. Touré also raised concerns about the West African Power Pool, the region's electricity market platform now struggling due to debts owed by national power companies. He urged member states to support debt recovery efforts to stabilize the energy sector. Beyond the economy, ECOWAS ministers reviewed security and governance challenges across West Africa, including recent coup, rising extremism, and political instability in countries like Guinea-Bissau and Benin. Timothy Gaba, chair of ECOWAS Council of Ministers, said no single nation can confront these challenges alone. We must strengthen cooperation and protect constitutional order, he said. Nigeria's Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Bianca Odumegu Ojukwu, also called for deeper regional trade and more opportunities for West Africa's predominantly young population. As ECOWAS marks 50 years since the Treaty of Lagos, leaders say the new Business Council, led by Dangote, will be central to building a more resilient, economically integrated region. Away from that, now to the foreign scene, U.S. President Donald Trump is defending his push to end birthright citizenship in the United States, saying the policy was originally created to protect the children of enslaved people, not what he calls wealthy foreigners traveling to America to give birth. In an interview with newsmen, President Trump stood by the executive order he signed on his first day back in office in January 2025, which seeks to stop automatic citizenship for children born on U.S. soil. He warned it would be devastating if the Supreme Court strikes down the order. Trump argued that the legal foundation for birthright citizenship dates back to the Civil War era, insisting it was designed to secure the rights of formerly enslaved people. He said the policy was never intended for what he described as rich people coming from another country to obtain citizenship for their families. The 14th Amendment, adopted in 1868, guarantees citizenship to anyone born or naturalized in the United States. but the administration says that protection no longer applies to babies born more than 30 days after the January inauguration, triggering a flurry of lawsuits. Several lower courts initially blocked the order. In June, the Supreme Court ruled that those lower courts lacked the authority to issue nationwide injunctions, paving the way for the justices to take up the case themselves. Trump has also framed the move as an economic necessity, arguing the U.S. cannot afford to house tens of millions of people. The Supreme Court is set to hear arguments in the coming months, and its decision could reshape America's immigration system and redefine the scope of the 14th Amendment. And now to sports news. The scramble for seats at the 2026 FIFA World Cup officially begins today, as FIFA opens its main ticket ballot, giving fans their first real shot at securing tickets since the tournament's draw and full match schedule were released last week. According to reports from news sports journalists, the Brighton model has already sparked criticism, with Football Supporters Europe warning that fans could face record-high costs. In an earlier sales phase, tickets ranged from as low as £45 to nearly £6,000. Here's how the ballot works. From 4 p.m. GMT on Thursday, supporters can apply on FIFA's website for any match of their choice. Each household can request up to 4 tickets per game and up to 40 tickets for the entire tournament. The application window runs until January 13th, 2026, and applying early won't give anyone an advantage. Once the window closes, FIFA will conduct a lottery to pick successful applicants. Fans will find out in February, and those who secure tickets will be charged automatically. FIFA has also confirmed that dynamic pricing will not be used in this phase, meaning prices will remain fixed throughout the application period. Still, high-demand fixtures will cost more, and the official price list won't be released until the ballot opens. The 2026 World Cup, the first to feature 48 teams, will be co-hosted by Canada, Mexico, and the United States, and is expected to be the biggest tournament in FIFA history. Arsenal maintained their perfect Champions League record on Wednesday night, cruising to a 3-0 victory over Club Brugge in Belgium. Noni Madueke was the star of the show, scoring twice, while Gabriel Martinelli added a stunning third to wrap up the win at the Jan Breydens Stadion. Manager Mikel Arteta named the heavily rotated side due to injuries, but the Gunners took control early. Martin Odegaard tested the Brugge goalkeeper inside 3 minutes, and defender Piero Hincapié struck the post shortly after. Madueke opened the scoring in the 24th minute with a brilliant solo run and long-range strike into the top corner. Despite late first-half pressure from Brugge, Arsenal goalkeeper David Raya kept the host out with several key saves. Just 2 minutes into the second half, Madueke doubled Arsenal's lead, heading in from close range. Martinelli then made it 3-0 with a superb curling finish, extending his Champions League scoring streak to 5 straight games. There was more good news for Arsenal fans as Gabriel Jesus returned to action after almost a year out with an ACL injury, hitting the crossbar and forcing another save during his cameo. 16-year-old Mali Salmon also made his senior debut. Arsenal remained top of their Champions League group with 6 wins from 6. They return to Premier League duty against Wolves this weekend before wrapping up their European fixtures in January. And with that, sports news, we come to the end of our daily news roundup for today, right here on Atlantic TV. Please do also follow us on all our social media platforms for more news stories and headline updates. Thank you so much for watching. I am Nkechi Tejere. Have a pleasant day.
Every year, millions of lives are stolen, dreams cut short, futures traded in silence. Human trafficking is a modern day slavery. It hides in plain sight, tearing families apart and trapping the vulnerable in fear. But together we can end it. Together we can protect, we can rescue, and we can give hope. Say no to exploitation. Say no to slavery. Say no to human trafficking. Powered by Atlantic Media and TV.
Behind closed doors, too many suffer in silence. Too many lives are scarred by violence in the very place that should bring peace, the home. Domestic violence is not love, it is pain. It breaks trust, destroys lives and families, and steals futures. Domestic violence is not a private matter. It's a violation of dignity, and it must end. Because hitting a woman does not make you a man, but correcting her in love and staying in peace with her is God's plan. Together, we can raise our voices, protect the vulnerable, and rebuild lives. Say no to silence. Say no to fear. Say no to domestic violence. Powered by Atlantic Media and TV.
Let's see how you're gonna rap now. His name is Jay. Everybody say Jay. In 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, let's go. Let's move it on. Say, let's go. Oh, let's move it on. Can I say, we wanna party. Move it on. We wanna party. Come on, stand up. We wanna party. Oh yeah. We wanna party. We are here at the show. Chilling really nice. Oh, you all looking good. Thank you for the compliment, bro. You are looking very nice. Look at her now. She's looking good. She's looking fresh. Look at her swag. It's looking kind of nice. Give it up for her. Give it up for her.
In 5, and 4, and 3, 2, 1, go.
My God, it did for me. It's too short for me. As to be my loving daddy, it run out for me. Way out for day if you know be saying now because of you I the shine today. Your love will bust my brain. I go follow you every night today. Your love will cover me. Say blessing they follow me. Now you will hold my destiny. No they fear anything no. So, put your couplet. Find Jesus, join your papa. Find Jesus, join your papa. Find Jesus, join your papa. Say, according to your knowledge and your will for me, what you say is you. I don't need to because you are not a man that those that knows you would trust in you. Not the nonsense, no chariots. By the power of flesh, no man can prevail.
DJ Emmy.
Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up.
And 3, 2, 1, come on, Brian.
I was in a plane going to Spain. It's the plantain when the policeman came. He searched my pocket and he saw cocaine. He took me to the station and I can't explain. He gave me 12 knock on my head maintain. The liar, go to a fire, he will flog you with a wire. As Jeremiah in the book of Zechariah. Today, Allah say, don't eat gala. Tomorrow, na salad. Pray to God, make your soup not foul.
Pray to God in 5, in 4, in 3, 2, 1. Come on, the line.
Paste me your location, this your bag. If you put me for attention, as it got pleasure, then I forget some motivating your body, not temptation. Cause it's time I forgive you my gesture. Mo do to be mo to da gboru o she mi we be were o ya ga wo she you know the see say I just gbedu e then talk say na be me be e sha am okay na you go come tell me now oh now make humility na go turn me malu because if I talk one they go like swallow me eh share one good share one bad share one real share one fake me I don't do again. See wins are the one shallow me.
All right, T4 Treasure, let's go.
Hey, my name is Treasure. I go put you on pressure. I dey drive summer truck, can be anything on pleasure. Ground full force full ground. When they see and they go any year, it go better. All of una fine, see us all of una fresh. I dey blush all of una nothing contest. You see us I fine, I be fine but like this. When they call me blacky poppy, I dey rush off una beats. 12 midnight, we know they drive alone. Any year it's on the phone, with the jack and they go, with the mash and they go, they mash and they go. Rev and they mash and they go.
They go.
You all know me very well. I'm not here to tell you about myself. I'm here to sing about you to the world. You all know me very well. I'm not gonna tell you about myself. I'm trying to sing about the world. Yeah. Once upon a time, yeah, me I was broke. No money, everywhere they shook. Can't entertain my visitors with coke. People come to my house, I can't give them any coke. Yo, I never told me and I'm
Nice one. Say, DJ on the beat. Yo, baby Treasure is my name. Rock out my only game. My body's when I get it and I set it in your face. I'm never not make music cause the business is my vein. I'm an outgoing poppy, only actions on the trust. Say, yeah, Vanna where the paradox come, Vanna where the paradox come, Vanna where the paradox come, Nana where the paradox come, Nana where the paradox show, Aya talk to me, bust my head, he dey enter.
Welcome back. If you are just joining, it's Trending O'Clock. You know how we do it right here on Trending. We'll talk about all the trending and juicy gist on the internet and of course give our opinions about them. I am Mercy Irabo, and you know, once it's trending, I can never be alone in a studio. Who is joining us today? The beautiful, gorgeous NK.
Hey. Hi, Mercy.
Hi, NK.
You're looking good, by the way. Oh, yeah, you took the word out of my mouth.
You look so good.
Well, thank you so much.
Dress.
Thank you.
Thank you for all this.
Good to be here. Always a vibe.
And for today, we have loads of gist.
I can't wait though.
And gossip.
Let's get right into it.
I know you're ready for it, right?
Let's
dive
rolling.
straight into our stories for today. A breaking news: operatives of the Rapid Response Squad have arrested one of Nigeria's wanted criminals, Emeka Igwe, also known as Odogu. The arrest took place yesterday at Toyota bus stop near Oshodi, Lagos. During the operation, 3 locally made pistols were recovered from him. This marks a major victory for law enforcement in the fight against crime in Lagos. yes. You know, when these people are doing well, we need to come, appreciate them, praise them for what they're doing. But once they do wrong, trust me, I'll always come here to drag them like tiger generators. But this is a good one, and it's a good one for Lagos as a whole. The fact that they have been, from what we saw, this person is a hardened criminal and most wanted. So having this person is like, okay, sanity in Lagos again, peace in Lagos again to some extent, because we know definitely he is not doing it alone. He is not even doing it alone. He has some other persons. But the fact that they did a whole lot to get this person is a big one for Lagos. So what do you think, MK?
Yes, it's a very big win, you know, in the fight against insecurity and terrorism in the country, because, I mean, all these hardened criminals, I mean, there's so much around the country, and, you know, Lagos state government coming out, pulling this off, I think is highly commendable, and this will serve as a deterrent to those who are still in hiding, and those who are thinking of perpetrating such crimes, you know, so they'll know that they are on the lookout. And I think with this, more will begin to come up, and I want to believe and hope that more arrests will be made, because Lagos state, I believe there's so much of them out there.
So much.
So
like,
much of
I remember one time we saw a viral clip of a raid going on live and direct on the highway. They were just robbing people live and direct. And I was wondering, like in Lagos.
My first day in Lagos, the first day I stepped into Lagos, I was robbed.
Can you imagine?
I was robbed inside traffic, as in on the highway.
Was it the usual bag snatching? Because
not,
we know those ones.
Not really a bad snatching thing. I mean, my boss was in traffic, and we saw these guys come from the other end. We thought they were just trying to cross the road or something, but they came to our line, and that's how they started raiding. And they got to our boss, told everyone to get down, bring all your belongings. I mean, I was pointed a gun. That was my first day in Lagos, so I will never forget that experience. And that was how all my things were taken away from me. So, I mean, just imagine broad daylight in traffic right there, where there are people watching, and people are there winding up their glasses so they don't get, you know, in the whole mix and everything. And people cannot do anything about it. So, I mean, this case of, you know, armed robbery, kidnapping, it's on a high level,
Lagos,
high rate
especially
in
in
Lagos.
Lagos.
So I think this is a good and commendable development, and I think more of this should come up.
Of course, as long as they've had this one, more arrests will still be done, definitely. So away from that, but we're still talking about crime rates in the nation. A man has just been caught and apprehended by church members after allegedly stealing church equipment valued over 8 million naira.
Oh, no.
The very theft was foiled thanks to the vigilance of the congregation, who took swift action to detain him before authorities arrived. Yeah, we are seeing them detaining him with some canes.
Is that inside the church?
Interesting, detaining him with canes. But I come to think of it, NK, I'm always asking myself, how do these people do it? Because my church, I think my church should also be a victim. Let's say my church is a victim, because something like this happened in my church. Criminals went there, I think at night or something, and stole several equipment, expensive equipment in the church. Like, where's the fear of God?
And they were able to cut away with all of those equipment, and nobody saw them.
Nobody. The question is, where is the fear of God? I thought we
no
fear God in this country.
People no longer have fear of God. Even if you want to steal,
stealing from God, I think that's the worst sin.
People no longer have that fear. If people can steal offering from offering boxes, how much more going to raid a church to steal equipment? So if you're talking about fear of God, people no longer have the fear of God, because they feel, na my belle first, that one way they talk, na your own, na my belle first. So I'm trying to understand this particular situation. The man went to the church to go steal equipment. And he was caught by the local vigilante group at night. And he was being flogged inside the church.
They brought him back.
They brought him back to the
scene. Crime scene.
Oh my goodness. They brought him back into the church where he cutted those items. And he was beaten and flogged.
That's the crime scene. So they need to bring him back there. You know, my mom used to say something that if a growing child, does something wrong, you have to, especially a child that's not speaking yet or something, you have to take that child there to tell the child, this is what you did, wrong, and then if you want to beat the child, beat the child. You don't just go about flogging a child and the child does not know where he or she went wrong. So you need to take them there. I'm sure that was what they did there. They had to take him to the crime scene to know that, oh, the gravity of what you just did is why we are flogging you. I'm sure that was why they took him to the church. But it still baffles me how people go to the church to steal equipments from the church. It's one thing that I'm still
without
trying to
no iota of respect,
respect for God.
I mean,
like,
it's
stealing
really
from God. That's the worst thing. How do they sleep at night? Like, how do they sleep? That's one thing. I would just think God could just come and then, you know, give you one slap and things like that. Like, how do these people sleep at night?
Honestly,
knowing the fact that you robbed God,
there is no crime that will never go unpunished. So they would think probably they're doing what they're doing now and getting away with it. For those who have been able to
maybe he's
escape,
been doing it. Maybe
probably he's been doing
it
and getting away with it. But there is always one day, like they say, every day for the thief, one day for the owner.
Exactly.
One day, that punishment will surely come. And when it comes,
that settles it.
It will be very peaceable.
That settles it. Well, this is
true.
a developing story, so we'll get to hear more from this story. Yes, we'll get to hear more from the story, and we'll definitely bring more updates to you as soon as they drop. Away from that, let's go to some entertainment gossip. Actress Regina Daniels. I know some persons like Regina Daniels again. She has revealed why she will never consider remarrying again. Our sister said she doesn't want to marry again. Why? I don't understand. Well, speaking in response to a question from a netizen, she opened up about her decision never to remarry following her messy separation from a billionaire estranged husband Ned Nwoko. Regina Daniels' candid revelation has sparked conversations across social media, with fans reacting to her stand on love and marriage. This is one thing that I need to take this, Sarah. I need to calm down, because they used to say something that what people have experienced in numbers of years, then some young girls are experiencing it in just few years. That's why they used to say another thing. Maybe I should just be using parables instead of just hitting it direct. They used to say, there's a saying that says that you need to grow, you need to get to a stage before you should try certain things. That way you experience, you need to be experienced before you do certain things. But it was so sad that our own sister just rushed into marriage. According to her, she chose love. It was love at first sight. She was not forced, as against what the Nigerians and her fans are thinking, blaming it on her mother that she was forced into marrying Ned. But she came out to say she married him because she loved him. It was love at first sight. But it's just so sad now that it's as if she's been through a lot.
Hits on first sight.
She's been through a lot, and now she doesn't even want to remarry, because you hear of cases of people leaving their marriages, cases of divorces and all of that, and they just tell you, I just want to calm down for some time. I think I need to heal and then maybe consider moving on. But for somebody like her, she said she doesn't want that kind of institution again. She does not want to remarry. I wonder what she saw in that marriage that just gave her this mindset of, I do not want to remarry. What do you think she must have seen? Because for somebody like me, we don't know. Let's hear from the married person.
Never say never. She's 24 now, right?
She should. That's if we know her real job.
Because if she got married at 17, and let's say she's 24, I mean, she has been in marriage for like 7 years.
Yeah.
Right? So in 7 years, she has seen things.
A lot.
She has come, she has seen, and she has conquered, right? Now, no, come on, this is just 7 years.
That's what I'm saying. What's mothers? Like, our own mothers have not seen, but in 7 years, somebody has
it depends
seen
on
even
what
more.
she saw. It depends on what she saw.
Okay.
So when you say what our mothers have not seen, I mean, it's trying to compound the issue, but then it depends on what she saw in the hands of Ned Nwoko. I mean, if she could stay for 7 years, meaning it wasn't that bad, right? But it's just now that we are beginning to see and hear different things.
As if she was using the money to wipe her tears.
But she was using something to wipe the tears. I mean, something that some people would kill for just to be in her shoes, right? So if she's coming out to say she will never get married again, and see, I beg to disagree. Maybe if you had said, probably I want to give myself some grace, give myself some time to just, cool off the institution and just, heal and get myself back before I can reconsider. But if you're saying you will never marry again, I don't know how you're going to handle that, because if you're saying you're not going to get married again, that means you want to leave yourself to be the loosed girl, to be with every Tom, Dick, and Harry.
She just wants to be a free girl.
Being a free girl, at some point, when you get to a certain level in life, you remember that, I think it's time to try this thing again, especially when you meet the right person. Sometimes people meet the wrong people and then they see shege in the hands of the wrong people and then they feel like that's the end, that's it for me, I'm done.
Yeah.
But when you meet someone who truly loves you for you, who truly takes, gives you priority, takes you as the only thing in life, right? And you have such experience, you experience love in the right way, you will not want to be saying such statements. So let's just give her some time.
Yes.
And see if truly she meant what she said, or she's just trying to, still live in the moment of, the hurt and everything she's going through. So sometimes people say things based on how they feel at the moment. So let's just give her some time and see
exactly my point.
How she
that was what I felt the moment I saw that. I just felt like, I think she's saying this out of hurt and heartbreak and everything and all the trauma she's going through.
Yeah.
I feel with time, because it's still very fresh. Because even up till now, I don't know why I still have full hopes that they might still come back together. If her mom and her dad could come back after several years, what's stopping her? And then
they came back for a course.
They
came back together for a course.
And then, but they're back, so it doesn't matter. But they're back, so it doesn't really matter.
So and never say never, girl.
And then Ned and his other wife, I think Layla, were separated for years, and they're back again. So
even right now, Layla is still. I mean, there's some things going on around Layla, because right now she has deleted all her Instagram posts.
Her husband just came to
are like,
social media
what's going on again?
No, her husband came to social media to praise her of late, saying how she's not the social media type, how she's maintained peace and stability in the family and all of that. So maybe, when she started
this whole... But then it brings me to the question, where are social the other media wives?
She was talking about Regina was throwing shades at her and all of that. So maybe after the husband just said all of those things, she just felt like, maybe I should
let me just go back to my
let me take off all of this thing. So I don't think there's anything really going on. I just feel it's because of how the husband came out to tell all of us that my wife, the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Okay, now it's best
not
thing. Before it was Regina, now it's
compliment. I was like, so you had the best thing. What were you looking for? You had the best thing going on. Like, it brings us to the question of, what do men really want?
What do men really want?
What do you want? You had the best thing going on, and then you felt like...
And I know,
else.
Let's watch. Regina will not be the last. Let's watch.
Definitely never going to be the last.
Let's watch.
So, it's none of my business. So they said don't put
whatever rocks your boat,
don't put your mouth in relationships.
That's so my
sister.
Don't
put your mouth, because they will use you to.
We can only give our opinion, but
anyways, away from that, but it's still keeping up with the Regina Daniels and the Ned Nwoko. So once we see more updates, because I know we will always get more things. Ned will soon come out to give response to this, and then I will also bring them back to you here on Trending. But away from that, still on entertainment, music legend Two-Face Idibia has made a heartfelt appeal to the public, asking them to forgive him and his family. The singer shared this message during a live performance over the weekend, just days after news of his marriage to lawmaker Natasha dominated headlines. Two-Face's emotional plea comes amid widespread media attention and public discussions surrounding his personal life. Fans have been reacting online, sharing messages of support and expressing their thoughts on the marriage. As for me, in as much as Two-Face is always coming out, if Two-Face is not coming out to debunk, he's coming out to apologize and all of that.
He did this same thing the last time.
Yes, he's always coming out to debunk. Once you see Two-Face, just know he's trying to debunk or apologizing to the public. In as much as you are coming Two-Face, you're coming out to apologize, but we saw all of those things in real time. We saw it because it was live. We saw some things live on the Freeze Live. And then I feel at this point, if you really want this to work, you should go see a marriage counselor at this point. Because for me, that marriage is toxic already. you know, we were just talking about what some people have seen in numbers of years and what others have seen in just a small, because are they even up to 1 year? I don't think they're up to 1 year. No. And then Annie was able to tolerate this. He felt Annie was too toxic and all of that, and they stayed for that number of years. We never saw live videos of altercations and all of that, but in just a matter of few months, we're seeing everything on social media.
You know,
again,
someone
men really and to think that everybody felt like this is peace of mind. Yes, men goes for peace, because when he moved on, everybody kept on saying men go for peace. Men settles where there is peace, and now we're seeing all of the peace going on live on
and the comment. It's in the comments. People should leave peace and his peace of mind.
Exactly, it is peace of mind, because he complained
so,
and he wasn't giving him peace, and then he needed peace. He moved to Natasha, and now he's getting enough peace. Yeah,
I was watching an interview somewhere, and you know, some person's trying to dissect this whole two-faced dynamic with Natasha and Annie, and someone was saying that the difference between Annie and Natasha is that Annie, for the number of years she was married to Baba, she was shielding him. She was covering a lot of things. She was covering his mistakes. You know, she will never bring it out to the open. Instead, she's coming out to defend Baba. But on the other hand, Natasha is a type that would not take any form of disrespect from Baba. So whenever he misbehaves or does something that she doesn't like, she will not hesitate to call him out and trash his, you know, excesses. And that's just the difference. That's why we are seeing all of these things coming out. Because, I mean, just imagine if Annie could tolerate and, you know, swallow everything that was done to her in her marriage. We have someone who does not have that patience, who does not have that ability.
But I thought that was what men want.
But then again,
women
people say
Tubaba
is the problem here, because all the women he has been with, the difference is that one was able to cover his excesses. The other one, it's not ready to do all of that, right? So coming out to apologize, I mean, we've not seen Tubaba of the Tubaba that we know before and the Tubaba that we are seeing now. They are two different personalities. So any small thing, he's quick to come and say, not me do amo, they hack my account, they do this one, or they do that one. Or he comes out to say, oh, please, people should allow me be. It's family problem. Everybody has a family problem. Allow us be. And then the next phase, which is the last phase, is now him coming out to apologize. Vex. So, do you understand? So, I mean, I've seen this going on with Tubaba lately, and I'm like, there is something that is wrong that maybe he doesn't even want to acknowledge that it's wrong. So that's why I said last time I talked about him. Last time I talked about him, I said people that are close to Tubaba should go see him and talk with him and make sure that he's absolutely fine. Like you said, I think at this point he needs some form of therapy or counseling, because I mean, this is becoming too much. If Tubaba leaves this marriage now and goes to another one, we will see his stories. So I think it's something that he needs to fix, something about him that he needs to fix, and the kind of women that he goes for. I mean, he has how many children with how many women? So
that's not even good there.
So I mean, the problem has been there from the very beginning. So he needs to fix himself. He really needs to fix himself.
Well, if I was Annie, I'll just be somewhere chilling.
That is what Annie was doing, you know, changing her name to Idibia and then using Tubaba's songs in her post. I think someone was saying she's just trying to shade him. Not like shade. Not that
I don't know what any other person is missing him. But me, I am seeing a lover girl. Yeah. I am seeing a lover girl. She just wants to run back to his arms. That's what I feel.
So if Tubaba comes back to her now, you think she will open up?
That's what I feel. Because why is it the moment he started having issues in his marriage and then he changed your name back to Idibia? And I remember one time, was he during one award, somebody called her Annie Idibia, and she said, no, I am not Annie Idibia, I am Annie Macaulay. And all of a sudden, because he's having issues, and then you're going back to so it means she just want to run back. And it's not something hidden though. Everybody knows Annie is.
I mean, he has always been her first love.
I remember how I came
There's
here
something about
to
first love.
trash Two-Face when all of this started. When all of this started, because I felt really bad for her. Just like I was telling Michael yesterday, I said I feel I am a female activist. So I came here and I was supporting her, talking about her Two-Face letter and all of that.
It would be so hurtful if she goes back.
Now I am seeing the other part of her, like she just want to run back. And then I was here thinking she has moved on. Like she's moved on, she's not thinking about it. And now she's going back to making me feel like she just wants to run back to Two-Face. Well,
she's just trying to be brave. If truly she still has a thing for him, I wouldn't be surprised, because I mean, he was her first love, and you know they've dated for a long time before they got married. So I won't be surprised if she still misses him. Who knows?
Missing people. They say if love touch you, and that's why they say don't advise people in love.
No, you cannot.
If you go back to Two-Face,
Sisterhood will be so disappointed.
I was busy advising you.
The sisterhood will be so disappointed if she goes back.
Don't advise anybody in love. That's the thing, and I think that's one thing we should hold strong. Don't ever advise people in love, because from my own point of view,
they move with their head.
Annie is still very much in love with our own Subaba.
And she has still not changed the name. We're still Annie Idibia.
Annie Idibia it is. Well, in as much as I would love to go on and on, but time is really not a friend of mine. We have to wrap things up. On Trending, it's been an amazing time. It's been a super amazing time. Yes, of course. Imagine starting from the Viewpoint. The Viewpoint generally we start with the dailies. We go into the dialogue, and of course the news, and now the Trending. Every day is a special edition of Viewpoint. That is what we talk about always.
That's how we roll.
A special edition. And thank you so much, Enki, for always coming. And I am looking forward to having you again.
Always
next
a pleasure.
Time, because it's always interesting.
I can't wait.
And the fact that whenever you're coming, we're always having all of these celebrity gossips. And you know, we know how to do this gossip.
We live for these gossips of the streets.
We know how to do these gossips. Well, thank you for always joining me.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for always joining me. So we have to wrap things up on Trending. We have to really wrap things up. It's been so amazing, and I look forward to seeing everybody, because I know you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to having you same time tomorrow for another great and super edition of Viewpoint and of Trending. Well, of course, you know, you can share your thoughts with us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV. This is me saying I will see you for another super exciting edition of Viewpoint, same time tomorrow. I remain Mercy Erabo. Do have a blessed day.